morning, everybody. Guns and Radio is on the air. What's up, Chris Caputo?
Dude, what is going on? I've been a lot of shit's been going down. For a lot of Guns N' Roses fans, there's a big new book that just came out. Probably by the time this airs, or maybe sometime later this week. Brandon's going to already interview the author of said book. Um, but other than that, I've been like digging my hands through it. I got like a PDF version of it. It's, anonymous sources have sent my way. So
Well,
yeah.
I just want to say something. If that guy's got any balls after this show today, he'll come on this one and let us ask him a couple of questions because Brando ain't going to ask him the shit that I'm going to ask him. Because
Hmm.
first off, okay, I want to tell everybody Rick's here, Bailey's with us, and so is Jeff. How's it going, you guys?
Hey
Hey,
guys.
motherfucker.
Going well.
Glad.
So good
Didn't
to be
mean
Hola.
to.
back.
Didn't mean to skip over you guys. I just want to get to this and let's talk about this for a minute
Let's rock it out.
because this book situation has been completely, I don't know. I just don't trust it. I don't trust it. And I'm going to tell you why in a minute. And it's not just the Rick thing that we're going to talk about tonight because we
Who?
already finding some inaccuracies long before we got to that page. And like he says, okay, first off, the St. Louis riot. He talks about that for a minute in the book, and he's like, "Yeah, they played like two songs, and then they got booed off stage and shit like that."
That
And I'm
didn't
like,
happen.
"Dude, if you're already if we're already finding these kind of inaccuracies on shit that you can easily do your research on and find out, why the fuck should I believe anything else you're saying?" And then we get to the part that I want to talk about first while Rick's here. And I just this part's total horse shit, and it kind of pissed me off and ruined the credibility of the rest of the book, in my opinion, and therefore I will not be reading this shit because it's
Why should
this
we bring him
kind
on?
well, it's this kind of bullshit that pisses me off. Is when they take something like a piece of the story and then they make it the whole story just because it it sounds. I just let Rick talk about it. Let's talk
Uh,
about it.
so, first I'll tell you the story.
Well, first off,
Um,
tell us what he says in the book.
oh
Let's start
yes,
there.
it said Dunsford had access to Rose outside his dressing room while he was in the shower, or something along those lines.
Hang on, I got the copy. I got the screenshot here. It says, let's see, where where is this motherfucker? Why is it not pulling up? Okay, here we go. It says, all right. So this is supposedly a quote from Rick that he uses in the, and by the way, I can disprove this too, or I wouldn't be defending Rick. I had access, and this is supposed to be a quote from Rick. I had access to Axel Rose, Dunsford bragged. I sit in Axel Rose's dressing room while he was in the shower, a door from him. If you're liked by management, that's how you meet him.
Fresh from the shower?
Yeah,
Uh,
that's what he's
Mm.
saying happened in the book, but it's horse shit. So, Rick,
yeah. So what happened right there was with Kansas City in 2013. I spoke to Fernando before the show. He told me that he was going to get me to meet Axel that night. During the show, Geo comes up and puts a wristband on me. It was a purple wristband that had a GNR logo. So after the show's over, Geo's coming to get me, and I'm like telling him that Dustin's with me, and he says I'll be right back. He says only you can come back. So I go back there, and I'm sitting with Fernando and Vanessa, and we're outside Axel's dressing room, and we're just I forgot what we were even talking about, but then I was texting with Dustin at the time, and it was kind of a tough situation because I want Dustin to be there with me. So I
Rick's
told, and I
explaining
did,
secure or Dustin's at the gate. My girlfriend's back there.
no, I was
yeah,
outside.
yeah,
I'm gonna admit this pissed me off.
Would
And
me too.
this
Sorry,
is
Rick. If you walked with the pass and left me at the show in the fucking bowl, like
well,
sitting
well,
there, my
no,
thumb in my ass, I'd be pissed too.
no, but here's what happened though. So I didn't want to be sitting outside this dude's room right when he gets out of the shower because last thing he's going to want to talk to is probably a fan. So I asked Fernando, can I go outside and meet him out there, and my friends get a picture with him too? And then he's like, yeah. And so then I asked him before I left. So if I go out there, I actually gonna sign my arm and I'll get my picture. He was like, yeah, I got you, man. And then so that's when I ended up coming out there. And then we got video showing where Axel's first walking out, and then you see Fernando pull me out from behind the gate
Yeah,
and behind
Fernando
Axel.
pulls Rick away. Gio grabs me by the neck and pulls me away, and then I have to take the goddamn picture, and I didn't even get shit.
So Gio grabs you in a friendly way, because we know Gio
No,
doesn't always do that.
no, this motherfucker grabbed me and then used me as a human shield to push everybody else back with.
Nice. That's the
And
guy you want to
then
go into combat with.
And then I didn't get a fucking thing out of this. That's why I don't talk about this particular story because it pisses me off. But and
That's when
that
you take
was
Rick's phone, you switch it to record, and you just turn around and you start smiling.
well. Why would I do that? Why would I fuck up Rick's picture? Rick didn't do anything. I
No,
mean,
that's when you do
I
it
was
after the
mad.
picture.
I was
So you had
mad.
to walk up with your tail between your legs to Rick and hand him his phone back next to Axel and say, "There you go, guys." Or
No,
did
I
Rick
already
walk to
had
you?
Rick's phone.
No,
Or did
it
Rick
was
walk to you?
no,
Rick gave
it
me
was
his phone when Fernando pulled him away.
I understand that, but after the photo was taken, did you walk to Rick with
I
his phone, or did
couldn't.
he walk to you?
I couldn't. After the photo was taken, I'm still holding Rick's phone. I didn't hand it back to him immediately. I gave it
Oh,
back to him
all right.
when Axel got on the bus and Geo fucking let me the fuck go.
he likes to get hands on people, don't he?
But
Man, for a guy, for
that's
a
what
security
pissed
dude,
me
he just
off.
likes touching dudes a lot. He's like, "Come here, I want
No, no, but yeah, that whole quote, like, because I see people messaging me about it and shit, and it's like, yeah, it's like you have a story, you're only taking one part of the story, nothing about the beginning and nothing about the end, and it's just
Yeah, if you want to
so
make Rick look bad, then talk about how he ditched his friend in the fucking parking lot. I
oh,
mean, but like the shower thing, this is why the book pisses me off because that's a very small part of the shower of the fucking story
Of the
that
shower.
the shower."
that it didn't happen that way. And it's horse
Well,
shit. So
to play
why would
devil's
I
advocate, like he probably had an editor and he probably wrote 3 or 4 pages about this, and his editor's like, cut all this, cut all that. Just to play devil's advocate. That could have happened. But I haven't read the book yet. I'm waiting for the audio. End of the day, like, Rick, you're in another book. That's fucking awesome.
Oh yeah.
I
but here's
mean,
another thing too, like I had no idea I was going to be in this book. I had no idea that my name was like
they didn't
no,
contact you, clear anything.
no, this was all a complete surprise to me, and so I got to reading, and it covers a good bit of the story, like pretty much all of it, and it goes into pretty good detail. Um, but yeah, they just the way they some of the quotes they used and some of the wording they used, I don't know, I just not too thrilled with it. But I mean, again, I guess any publicity is good publicity.
Yeah, we'll talk about it off air. I got an idea.
well, why would I dedicate knowing for a fact like that this is horse shit? Why would I dedicate any of my time to listening to this audiobook to tell me a bullshit version of a story I already know?
And we're
Because
involved with.
well, some of the stuff in the book, I have heard stories before that that does match what the author is writing about. So I know there is some credibility to some of these stories. Um, the interesting part to me though is this anonymous source that he has that was someone that had to be very, very close to Axel.
So his anonymous source, he's making shit up and claiming he has an
Well,
anonymous source.
Well,
this anonymous source didn't have anything nice to say about Beta at all. Um, I think I sent you guys the quote about it. Um,
Yes, I do remember this.
So it could have
and
just been a
this
random
is from
fan.
the thread, our personal thread on
yeah,
on the line. Yeah, I read those quotes. Uh, I would agree who you think the source is. I would agree who it is too, without outing them. I
it's
agree.
Pittman. It's
Okay,
Chris
well,
Pittman. Yeah,
you
we'll out
out
that
him, not me.
motherfucker.
I mm,
Look, my money's on Chris
skeptical.
Pittman, and I think it could be Doug Goldstein as well. could be an anonymous source with it
Yeah,
because
that's
whoever it
petty.
is very bitter about is
That's
very
probably
bitter about
Robert
bet.
Byrd. Because
But
listen to this section right here. It says Dunsford was willing to pay $20,000 for two CDRs, and after the offer was declined, Dunsford tattled on Bird and Lipton to Guns N' Roses manager Fernando Santos. By the way, is his last name Santos? I thought it was LeBass.
He
The bias.
I've seen
Yeah.
them as both. I've seen it as both. But it's
he
more
goes
than
by like professionally Libas.
Well, so what he's saying here is Rick made an offer, and when the offer was declined, he ratted him out.
no. I
Mm.
dude, I
That's not
told
how I really remember things going down with all the stuff I were getting messages about back then.
no. Whenever Levi and Bird, I couldn't get them to agree on anything. The problem was this shit was going to be hoarded forever, and and fans are going to end up having to pay thousands and thousands of dollars just for a song at a time, or 'cause that's what these guys do, man. They just hoard this shit. You're going to get stuff like people like MSL and all that trying to just sell this shit on the internet, and just people are paying for it. And with this right here is, when there's no chance of when all hope was lost, I just let Fernando know, hey, this locker's here if you want your shit. But but ended up I ended up getting Bird to talk, man, and getting him to work out a deal. So yeah, I went after it.
Yeah, it
But
says that in that because it says Bird finally agreed to sell the music to Dunsford for 15,000. And see, that already doesn't make sense because why would you bid down? And why would you know what I'm saying? Like if he's saying no to 20,000 and then like later on he says yes to 15,000.
because at the time Bird was under the impression that Levi was selling the stuff. And so, because when he sold the
Yeah,
disc,
stuff's coming back to me.
when he sold the disc to Levi, they agreed that he's not going to resell it, profit off of it. This is the one-time transaction. So, but Levi did send a clip of Atlas to Mario, which is another user, and I used that clip. I sent it to Bird. I'm like, dude, he's selling these songs for $1,000 each. And I'm like, so I said, I'll give you 15,000, and I'll come up there I'll come up there right away to get it. And I remember we got it set up, and I came the next day.
Well, it says here also in this book that you only managed to scrape up $12,000.
It was 15,000.
So where does it come from? Where is this $12,000 number coming from then?
Could it
Probably.
be that last transaction before you went?
I wonder if it's
Because remember, you had to make a final transaction before
yeah,
you.
because and I had to get my uncle lives in Virginia. I remember I had like wire him the money via PayPal and get his bank to pull it out. We were having all kinds of problems with it. But yeah, there's like some of
Mind
this
you,
stuff.
I'm getting the play-by-play the whole
Yeah, I remember my whole ride home, dude. I was talking to you. I was on the phone with Doug for hours. That shit was a wild time. But yeah, it was yeah, ultimately my ultimate goal was just to do whatever it took to get the music, man. And
So it was 15,000 and this
yeah,
12,000 number is horse shit. Okay.
yeah.
So there's something else we found. Let's see. And it also says that an ecstatic Dunsford leaked a couple of songs that night to the investors that helped him uh,
So
to
yeah,
make him sold.
so everybody that helped raise the money for it, that night I'd sent them Hard School and I sent them Atlas. But Fernando knew that. I told him. He was 100% aware of that. And his lawyer was on the phone and he was aware of it too. And so once everybody got their money back, they got their money back on a Friday. By that next day, less than 24 hours later, Hard School leaked. And that's where the shitstorm started.
So let me ask you about this. In August, Dunsford and Guns N' Roses reached a settlement. The band would reimburse him for the money spent on the CDs plus the VIP tickets for two concerts. on the proviso that he turn in all the music, refuse to share it, and rat on anyone he'd already hooked up with. He'd already hooked up with unreleased tracks.
Wait, they wanted you to rat?
Yeah, they wanted to know who all the investors were and shit. And yeah, they were they were, I didn't give them you know, it's like a lot of these guys are want to remain private. They don't want to get involved in this shit. So um but yeah, but regardless with that, it was yeah, we had an agreement reached once they refunded the 15,000. That's and I gave everybody their money back. That's when the song started leaking. And then at that point,
Well, that's
I
not
was
what the
already
book says. This book that we're putting so much fucking stock into, because it says here that before the ink was dry, the music started leaking online. By October, it was all out there, all 124 songs.
yeah,
I
they
thought it
all
was
were out by October.
142.
Yeah, so the reason why all the songs got put out was so after Hard School leaked, I started getting phone calls from Universal. I started getting phone calls from these lawyers in New York, Axel's lawyers coming at me, and Fernando's being a dick, and it was just it was a fucking mess, dude. And they took away the VIP tickets, and again, at the time, I was really trying to prevent the leaks from happening. I was doing everything I could to prevent them from happening. But when I realized that, okay, I'm fucked in this situation, well,
Look, man.
that's what, that's why I linked up with Craig and which Dark Nemus, and because he approached me about wanting to, you know, he could help anonymously leak these songs, and I'm like, okay, well, so. So we set up a scheduled plan. And I'm like, look, if I'm going to Wichita, if anything happens here, which is the I guess the best disc, which was saved for last. Um, says everything else was just the demos, like the shit that we've already had before, just different takes of it. But yeah, when that that incident happened, yeah, that's when the final disc leaked.
So I don't have the book here. All I have is this one page of the book that I've got a screenshot of.
Well, so like there's all right, so there's one part on there where it says that Craig and this guy named Kyle B contacted David, the writer for Rolling Stone, to rat on me about my involvement with the leaks. But the thing is, I know who Craig is. I don't know who Kyle B is. And apparently this Kyle B was mad at me because of the attention I was getting from these leaks, and he wanted the attention. And I'm like, who the fuck is this Kyle B? Kind of it's some dude on the Discord's name Doodah or whatever. And so you go through this trouble, want to rat me out, and you want the attention, which, dude, you want the attention. It's all you could have it, man. I would have
And the
gladly let,
lawsuits, asshole.
yeah, I would have let you take in the fall. But the thing is, you don't want to, you just want to be identified as Kyle B. Who is Kyle B? There's a million fucking Kyle B's out there. Like, put your name out there, man. You wanted the attention. You wanted to be a Rolling Stone. You had the opportunity, man. But like, I don't get it. Like, so I don't even know who that cat is. He was not involved with any of these leaks. Now, the only person that was involved with the chairman leaks was me and Dark Nemus. And Dark Nemus is the one that came up with the poems and the chairman gimmick. And
Oh, I
yeah,
knew that wasn't Rick.
I just told him, look, I just want this. Here's the release, and here's the where I want to happen. If this happens, I want this released. So
So using somebody to come up with the poetry and things like that was a good call to throw me off the scent of it being Rick, because I know Rick doesn't have that much of a creative bone in his body. And
right.
there wasn't a no way Rick was ever going to write a
Let's all just
poem.
be 110% in the know that Fernando had every opportunity to keep anything from happening.
Oh yeah.
Rick said that he was in contact with me almost this entire ride there and back. In the meantime, I was on the phone with Goldstein, and Goldstein was on the phone with TB. TB didn't do fucking anything about it.
Yeah, they'd have had to got off their ass and work, and then we know they're not going to do
But
that.
that's all I'm going to say about that.
They're fucking lazy, dude.
And
I
Rick,
mean,
bless his soul, he had too much time, people, and money invested in it. That if Team Brazil, I'm sure Rick would have done whatever he would have done to avoid a lot of bullshit before he got home. Had Team Brazil got off their ass and done anything, and they didn't, and he had
Well, but
too much invested in it. So fuck him.
but you know what the hardest part about this whole situation was is like whenever they wanted me just to be quiet about it, not say nothing, and go, after it's the information was already out there. So that's where like the chaos really erupted online with just the threats and shit. And it's like you can't defend yourself. You're just taking all these punches, but you literally have your hands tied. You can't do nothing to defend yourself without being threatened to be sued by Guns N' Roses, by Axel.
Every former management was involved. Goldstein was involved. Zutot was involved, and Team Brazil didn't do shit.
Bailey, did you have a question?
Well, I was just gonna make a comment and just I think if this shit did not happen, I don't think these 6 songs are probably out.
Oh no.
No.
Oh,
We're
yeah,
still,
that's a consensus among all of
and we
us. We all
still
agree with
have
that.
to go and listen to the greatest hits album night after night. When the Illusions tour kicks off, you can hear like Skid Row in the background in Wisconsin. He's like, same set list every night's 9 to 5 job. We have a call list. And you're just like, fuck yeah, the set list got to change every night. Not anymore. It's a 9 to 5
Same
fucking
fucking set
job.
list.
Hypocrites. Put
But
an
I
album
mean,
out.
Okay, so explain something to me because, like I said, I only have this one page. So he's quoting Rick and all of this stuff, but he doesn't offer, at least not on what I'm seeing on this page, he doesn't offer where he
his
got these
sources.
quotes from. Yeah,
Oh, yeah, it's on he has where he gets all his information from. A lot of it cited through Appetite for Distortion, and the Rolling Stone story was cited through it, and the Magnolia some Mississippi website was on that contacted me about the story was on there, was cited through it. And
the
then
newspaper.
that one I did like 2 years ago.
I think I have a
think I remember.
screenshot of it.
But yeah, I mean, okay, so he clearly had access to all of the information. And he is choosing what I'm trying to get Rick to understand here, because Rick's not nearly as mad about this as I am. I want to point
Magnolia
that.
Tribune
Thank
Yeah.
you.
was in
So
September of
irrelevant.
24.
Rick's not nearly as mad about this as I am. And the reason I'm mad about it is because of the fact that he is cherry picking shit for the exact cause of making Rick look like a dipshit or a villain. One of the two. Whatever you wanna go with.
I'll go with the dipshit.
I mean,
I'm messing.
well, look, buddy.
Yeah,
Yeah. I'll be the first to call you an asshole when you do something that's asshole. But this is also kind of fucked up that he's cherry picking parts of these interviews, and then he's not necessarily looking for accuracy or accurate information. He's just trying to jump on the bandwagon, if you will,
Well, at the end of the
because
day, Rick's going to look like a hero or a, sinister,
he's
thing.
just he's a fan that was in the right place at the wrong time. Maybe he did a couple of dumb things. The dumbest thing he did was tell Fernando in the first fucking place. But I understood why he did it, because at the time they were friends. Like, you got to understand, Rick and this dude were tight.
I
Like,
hear you.
it didn't even
That's
have
why
to.
That's why I am completely baffled they didn't do anything.
There's been several times we've kicked it with Fernando and there wasn't even a GNR thing around. Like, maybe there was tomorrow night or something. But we was kicking it with Fernando on a fucking random ass Tuesday one time. And
Thanksgiving 2012.
yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. We did, didn't we? I
Yeah.
forgot about that. Yeah, we did kick it with him on Thanksgiving. And you know what I mean? Like, there wasn't even any GNR shit that night. Yeah, they were in town and there was about to be, but like, this dude, they were tight. And then Fernando fucked him. At the end of the day, that's what happened. And you don't got to believe me. By all means, I don't have a fucking dog in this fucking race. You can believe whatever the fuck you want to believe, and it will not affect me the fuck at all, other than the fact that I'm seeing a friend of mine get dragged for some shit that, yeah, he did, but it's being twisted. And as a bullshitter myself, I know bullshit when I smell it, and this is bullshit. And that's all I got to say about it.
Amen,
So
Dustin.
Where's
anybody
your
else
belt,
get
dude? Dude, raise your belt right now. Raise your belt. Where is
it's
he?
right there. Fantasy football champion right
Raise it.
there.
Raise the belt.
The champ is here.
No, look,
Anyway, anybody else
oh,
got anything they want to ask
Rick
Rick or
does. Go, Rick.
look, I don't want to just shit on the book all the way, because I did find some parts of it very interesting. And like for me, that's I guess the way they call me a Chinese democracy nut. Um,
You are.
this was like something that I've been dying to read about, stuff that I've been wanting to know about, and it's cool to see the time put into it and research done because I will say that yeah, some stuff might be bullshit, but I do know that a lot of it is accurate. Um, and that's just so it's just I don't know, man, like the unknown source part, that's what's really interesting to me, and that's what I really want to find out who that is.
it's
I think
better.
Dustin's right. I think it's somebody who has a grudge or an axe to pick with Beta.
Oh,
From
for
So
sure.
from the quotes I've been told.
so if they're
Or some,
doing this to you and they're making you purposefully look bad, how do you know that some of the other shit that they're saying about other people isn't also similarly twisted to make somebody else look bad and isn't even really all that factual?
well, look, dude. Until Axel puts out his own biography, handwritten and/or penned with somebody who's like 110%, credible, everything's fantasy until then, except the stuff we do know about Rick and your guys' experience with Fernando and what have you.
Well, so there's something that one part of the book I did find interesting was about Zutat, and that's what I want to ask him on his next live. Um, that he went to the LA listening party for Chinese democracy and he was kicked out, and was told he's not welcome there. And so what I'm wondering, like, is it true? And who's the one that outed him? Who in the camp outed that Zutat was at this listening party, and what difference does it make if he was at the listening party? Like what? It seems kind of petty, but that's just yeah, that's one thing I found interesting that I didn't really know too much about, but we can verify it, uh, through Tom's lives.
Hmm.
Or you could just text him. I mean, let's be real.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, but
I mean,
but so like some of the stuff in this book we can verify ourselves with with Tom, but some of the stuff like that we can that question that we don't know, like maybe that's some good questions to bring up to him next
I
time he
would
does his live.
I'd probably text him before you ambush him on his live. So if it did happen and he don't want to talk about it, he's got the opportunity.
Well, that's the best time to ambush him on his live and then get everybody else to start ambushing him where he has to answer. He's like,
And
and
true,
then
but still.
throw in a random ass human centipede question and he'll respond to that. Dude, every single one of his lives, I was like, yo, Tom, what's your favorite human centipede movie? Oh man, the human centipede. I like the Mothman.
Ask him about Kias.
My high quality Kias.
Well,
Dude.
speaking of Tom, I guess we can move on to our next topic. Before we move on, does anybody else have anything to add to this book situation? I know Caputo's reading it and he's enjoying it, and that's
Oh
fine.
yeah. There's some weird shit in there. I'm like, holy crap. I don't know. I can go through some of the stuff. I see like
Yeah.
Paul Tobias for a couple paragraphs is getting dragged through the fucking mud, which is
Yeah,
hilarious.
poor guy. No wonder he like took,
Well, I
But
think
you
crawled
know,
with
under a
him,
rock and ran, dude.
yeah, with him, like, because he
Well,
knows
let's.
Axel, and Axel threw him into this situation, and like literally a guy who was like working at the fucking studio, they're working at one of the night managers of the studio was like, yeah, this guy can't play guitar for shit.
Well, hang
Didn't
I'm like,
on.
Axel know
okay,
him for a long time though?
yeah, they're back from
He
like
wrote
Boys
back
from
off
Indiana.
bitch. He's one of the writing songwriters on that song.
Yeah.
Well, hang on. Before we dig too deep into it, I want to know specifics for people like me that are not going to give this book the time of day. What is he saying about um, who do we say, Paul
Yeah.
Tobias or?
Yeah. So there's a couple people. There's even like Jim Barber, former Geffen employee,
Well, what's
who
he
was, I
saying
guess, working with Guns
specifically
at the
about
time.
him?
Paul Hughie couldn't play a lick, and he made everybody uncomfortable all the time. I'll say he wasn't very good. They work on his songs, and they were dreadful. Um, One of the guys at the Complex, which is, I believe, the first studio that Guns were working out at, um, every time he'd walk by while Paul was playing, he'd go, "Dude, you're never gonna be in a band." Paul was just this dork hanging out with his buddy. He was not a guy you'd be intimidated by. Do He spoke in this affected accent. I remember a conversation where Axel was trying to speak from the heart. There's not where this is a quote from Axel was saying, "There's nothing in my life right now that is material for a rock and roll band. I'm living in Malibu. When we made Appetite, we were living on the street." He's making this plea for songwriting help, and then Paul goes in his in quote surfer voice, "Say it on the stage, dude." So I don't know. I guess, like, was he trying to imitate Slash? And like, I don't know. And speaking of that, actually, it was even noted in this book too that Paul Tobias was the reason why Sorum even got fired from uh from GNR.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it
Well,
explains in there's a situation where, like, I think Paul was talking shit about Slash, and Matt Sorum's like, bro, like, shut up, like, what are you saying? And then Axel, I
Goes
think,
from
was
one
defending his
guitar
buddy.
player to another. That's who you should be talking shit about.
Yeah. And then Axel's defending his boy, then this stuff. And apparently it was like, oh yeah, they went out in the parking lot and Axel's starting to fucking beat Storm with a guitar or some shit.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's in the book. I swear.
that's
I,
there. And then like Paul Tobias was like, oh, come back in, Matt. And he's like, dude, fuck off. I'm already fired from this band. It's like, fuck, you heard it from your boy. He fired me.
I might pick up this book just to read how much bullshit is in it.
so
Right?
wait a minute. Axel beat the shit out of the guy with the guitar,
He was
and
threatening him. I think there was like
Storm, he's
one of
threatening
the,
Storm,
yeah,
correct?
he's threatening Storm. This is, I
Because
believe,
Storm, man,
recounted
he,
from,
he he's kind of like, remember, he's big and coked up back then.
yeah,
Yeah, with the wig.
97.
You know.
Not sure that's a nice idea. I mean, Axel's all types of crazy, but Matt is all types of like Hulk
Mhm.
at that time.
yeah, I wouldn't fight him either. Okay,
Plus,
so
drummers are really like, they can go all limbs at once,
Hey,
You know what's something else
instinctively.
about the Paul Tobias situation? Where they're talking about him not being able to play. That was funny because that's exactly what Tom was telling me that he like when I every time I'd bring up Paul Tobias, it'd be like he lacked talent. He can't play. He can't play. That's even Tommy said that.
well, here's my thing. Why was he in the band for 7 years then? He first started. He was on Sympathy for the Devil, and he didn't leave till after the 2001 tour. Actually, wait, I think it was in the middle of it,
why
No,
right?
they
did
only
s-
played 4 shows in
No, he
01,
left
and that's the
after
only
the
shit.
the joint shows in 2001. The two joint
Yeah, because
shows were
four. Yeah, because
And
four
did
was
he
just
leave
like
because he got fired? Did he leave because he was kind of booed, or why did he just faded
He
away?
couldn't
What
play
happened?
for shit. I think he was like, "Oh, I can't do the touring thing." So he's like, "Whatever, stay behind the scenes."
I'll
okay,
And they
take
got
so
Fortis.
I'll take Fortis.
so
Yeah.
so now, not to shit on the guy that wrote the book anymore, but to answer a question there about like that we're implying logic to an illogical situation because we're talking about the same person that has like why does he have 150 fucking songs allegedly sitting on a shelf collecting dust rather than making any fucking money off of them? Why is all of his archives in a fucking the back of a pickup truck or wherever the fuck Fernando claimed that they were and not actually cataloged or organized or anything? Why, you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of whys here.
Oh yeah. I don't know. And there's a quote of saying there's like 300 hours worth of stuff that was recorded on about 1,000 different tapes, and the Shaquille O'Neal rap is apparently on one of those tapes. So who knows?
Yeah, it goes into detail about that pretty good. Um, yeah, but like, what was I think it was Robin that was saying that it just got it was dragging out so long that
Oh
it
yeah.
that songs were referred to as Guitar Solo 83. Uh,
Instrumental 182 or something. He said something
yeah,
like
and they would
that.
have like so many, and they would like Frankenstein these songs together. Oh, that solo sounds cool. Well, let's match it it'll go good with this. Like
Yeah. There's some
it's cool hearing how.
insane. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of cool hearing how the process to some of these songs came, and then like the interesting part to me was like talking about creating Madagascar, that
It's him and
that
Pittman.
yeah, that they were in their Axel's house and working on a computer, and that's how they came up with Madagascar.
Yeah. And there is like speaking of that, there's some ridiculous money spent on this album. We already know the whole total of, 13 million or whatever, but
I
like
thought it was 17.
I was some people are saying it's alluding to 20 million, but
Yeah.
literally, if you notice, Eric Cadieux, who's credited as like the Pro Tools engineer, this guy was literally paid $425 an hour to fucking do Pro Tools.
How
That's
many
insane.
how
I
many
mean,
hours did he get it?
Oh, plenty. He was credited on the album everywhere, so he got
that's
plenty
the
of money
guy who
from that
shows up
gig.
to work on the weekends.
Yeah.
Yes.
$425 an hour.
What can
That's
I do
amazing.
to help this move along?
Yeah.
$425 an hour, dude.
Yeah.
I would be doing
See,
somersaults for Axel if you asked me to.
well, this book though, it doesn't just cover Chinese; it covers up all the way until like New Guns disbands, and then the start of the Not in This Lifetime tour.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, man. Axel loved to spend money. This is the guy coming from the guy who spent $72,000 on an exorcism, so be that
Yeah,
with you
dude.
may.
He
Yeah,
didn't love
reading this,
spending.
Guys,
it
I
goes
promise you,
into like
mine's going to cost 10% of that.
Just call your
it's
local priest. He'll do it for 20 bucks.
yeah. Some of these stories about Axel Man are just they go into a lot of the abuse stuff with Aaron and Stephanie.
Hmm.
They go into a lot of that, and then that Michelle, the one that
Oh yeah, from like about
uh
6, 7 years ago.
yeah that
The
out
one, not my Michelle, but the other one,
Little
little Michelle.
Michelle.
little
Yeah.
Michelle.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. They talked about her allegations against them, and then talking about how when Slash left Perla, that kind of opened the door for things to get back, and they were talking about how Megan and Aaron were like really close, and I don't know. So I guess her and Axel got to talk more. I mean, her and Axel got to reconcile things. It goes into a lot of stuff in this book, man, about shit like that. And I thought the whole Dr. Pepper section was pretty cool too, hearing about the detail with that promotion and stuff. Because I remember when all that shit was going down, like they were talking about the Dr. Pepper promotion was posted on the boards on the message boards first, and they're like, why would a drink company have anything to do with this album? And it turned out to be real, and it explains how that whole thing happened and the person behind it and how it
Yeah.
was pitched. Yeah, it's just a bunch of cool little stuff like that, and it's just it gives you a little bit a better understanding of what was going on all these years that we knew nothing about.
Yeah. Well, it's out. If you want to read it, by all means, knock yourself out. What's it called again?
Magnum Opus, hang on. The full title is Magnum Opus, the unbelievable 15-year saga of Guns N' Roses' Chinese democracy.
There you go. It's available now. So
An unbelievable saga.
I'll tell you before we move on, thank you, Rick, for coming on and talking about that with us tonight. Before we move on, though, before we get into our song of the day, we're gonna have to push everything back to the Thursday show because we are way we are over where we're supposed to be right now on time.
I am so sorry for taking up all this time, my man.
No, dude, as long as we get a good
Oh,
show,
please, man.
as long as we get a
But
good conversation, that's the main thing.
yeah, well, hey man, I love coming on here doing this, but I wanna have to leave you guys be. I gotta get back to the fams. But yeah,
All
man,
right.
thank you guys for letting me come on and give my side of the story here.
Yeah,
Good to
thanks for
see you,
coming
man.
on,
Oh
Rick.
yeah.
Hey, be
But
good, guys.
take
Later,
care,
dude.
brother.
Later,
Speaking
brother.
of but yeah, speaking of bullshit, I'll tell you something that's not bullshit. Your boy Dustin Bones finally got to interview one Tom Zutot this past week, and I wanted to tell the story about how that happened on the Tuesday show because
Ooh.
this was actually pretty funny from my point of view.
And I, for one, caught it live.
Oh, you were there?
Yeah, I heard some of it. Like,
Oh, that's
you
cool.
know, when you go and search and then, it'll bring up a bunch of stuff. but the most closest one on TikTok in the upper left hand corner of your screen will start talking if it's live.
Yeah.
So I just left it there.
Oh, cool.
Got some work done.
Well, I was um hopefully I did an okay job considering the fact that I had no prep time at all. No warning whatsoever that I was about to be talking on air with Tom.
He's in there
And
like Prego,
oh yeah, I wasn't going to turn this down.
right?
Not at all.
Oh no, way, man.
But let me tell you my side of the story because this is actually pretty funny and I know you guys will find this hilarious. So that night, I decided to go to bed early. So I go upstairs and I was butt ass naked. I had freshly cleaned sheets. So I slid into them cold, clean sheets, butt ass naked.
See that grin
I
on Bailey's face right there?
Oh,
Never's
Yeah.
holding it up. He's all happy. He's absorbed in the story. You're saying what?
That's
fuck
okay.
off, Jeff.
Listen, man, anybody that's ever slid into some cool, freshly clean sheets while they're butt ass naked ought to have a big ass grin on
This
their
time
face.
of year, though, if they're fresh from the dryer, they're even better.
No, they were, I put them on a few hours before this.
I know, but fresh from the dryer?
I don't know. I know you guys live in the cold, so it probably is.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was cold. It gets cold as fuck in my bedroom up there. But anyway, so I just slid in these. I even had my damn CPAP on and shit. Like I'm sitting there, my Darth Vader mask. And then Rick texts everybody. He's like, "Hey, are you guys going to check out Tom Zutot's live tonight?" So I said, "Fuck it." So I took the mask off. I sit up in the bed, and I turned on TikTok, and I started watching Tom. And honestly, it was a good live. I was enjoying some of the stuff people were saying, and uh, I mean, it was a TikTok live that doesn't have a hot girl in it. I mean, the chat wasn't just rolling. I mean, but um, I feel like the numbers went up, and that's not me stroking my own ego. It could have been anybody, but the numbers did go up when he had somebody else to talk to. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
But so I'd asked him a few questions. Don't even remember what. Don't even remember what he responded to them.
You did ask him a couple questions about the locker.
And he said something about wanting somebody to come on and talk with him. So I said, I'll do it. And then he said, okay, well, let me start. So I'm like, oh shit, he's really going to do this. So I thought I was going to be on camera. So I immediately get up and I'm fucking putting my clothes on and shit, getting my setup and everything. And then I figured out, oh, it's just going to be my voice only. So I'm like, okay, well, that's good. So I come back downstairs. I've got my phone on a tripod, sitting on a coffee table, and I'm just stretched out in my lazy chair talking to Tom. And I asked him a few questions. We talked about some stuff. He wanted to take some more questions from the audience, so I was reading them to him. And I think that made a better live when he had somebody to read him the questions, personally. Because, I mean, if it wasn't me doing it, and it was somebody else, I would have also enjoyed that. But I don't know, man. I just had a really good time talking with Tom. So, yeah, I want to say thank you for that because uh, that was awesome. Imagine what we could do with prep time.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So,
I mean, it's been something we've been like trying to get for years. I think since the whole leaks with the lockers happened, and we figured out, oh, it's like Tom Zutaut thing. I know that's what you and I have been trying to get to for years, and it's just randomly on TikTok. It just happened, just like that.
yeah, and I can't even show it on here because I don't own it.
Shit, yeah. And we respect Tom's thing. If he wants to clear it, sure. If not, we're gonna keep it between friends. But it did happen, and if you were there, you saw it. If not, well,
I heard it.
who knows?
It
Maybe
happened.
one day you'll hear it through the grapevine or something.
Yeah. But yeah, so thank you, Tom, for that. That was a awesome experience for me, and it was good to talk to him again, even though it was kind of, being aired. And I hope we get to talk again and kick it again sometime because Tom's really cool, dude. I really like Tom. But I mean, he gets a lot of shit, but he's just such a nice guy.
Hey man, if Pete
And
Davidson wants to play me in a film, I'd be set for life.
oh, we did talk about that. And he talked about how Pete Davidson had no idea how to play him. And I asked him at one point if he could get some, if he could have had a say in it, which just wasn't my question. It was a question from the audience, but it was a good one. If he would have had a say in who played him in the movie, who would he have picked? And I think he picked, was it Jonah Hill?
I don't remember.
I don't
That
remember.
could work.
That could have worked.
The guy from Get Him to the Greek.
Yeah,
Jonah
Jonah Hill.
Hill.
Jonah
Yeah.
Hill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When he was fat and not a douchebag.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, he's on Ozempic now, and he's looking Kelly Osbourne-y.
Oh, yeah. He's been a
Yeah.
douchebag for a while, though, to be fair.
You know that
Yeah.
his dad was GNR's accountant, correct?
Oh,
Yeah.
I did know that.
You know that?
What?
Yeah,
No shit.
yeah.
Holy fuck.
Jonah Hill's dad was a GNR's accountant.
Huh.
That's a fact, Jack.
Well, like hired by Geffen or like just like personally with the band?
I think it's standalone. It's like the third party like auditor or something like that.
Ah, okay.
I could be wrong, but I know that he was some type of accountant for them.
You know, it'd be funny if Team Brazil was Axel's personal accountant and it turns out he's been broke for years and just don't know
Well, I wouldn't be surprised by
Probably.
the money he spent on this fucking album, Chinese Democracy.
It
You're
was
paying a
really
guy
700,000.
$425 an hour.
Yeah, it was like really $700,000. The rest is just
Yeah.
rebuilt Brazil in the meantime.
He was literally giving his money to fucking Sharon Maynard over there with the, all these, whack-ass therapists and shit, you
it.
know.
But I do want to say something though, and I want to get your guys' thoughts on this because Tom did say something about Guns N' Roses. Two things about Guns N' Roses. First, we talked about the Honey Baked Ham incident at the Riverport riot show. So, like Tom, let's go over that first. Tom glazed over the Honey Baked Ham thing, and so basically he said Axel, was talking about Riverport. He goes, Axel was already in a bad mood because he didn't get his honey baked ham on his rider. And so then he threw a ham that they'd provided. He tried to give him this great value ham and he threw it against the wall. And then he goes on to continue the story. So I'm like, wait. What?
Bring it back a bit.
Hold on now.
Because I don't think he didn't know that nobody had ever heard that before.
Yeah, no one has, I don't think.
So shout out Honey Baked Ham.
Yeah.
So delicious.
Buy the proper ham or else your rock stars won't start a riot and freak out over nothing.
I mean, listen, in all fairness, it's a fucking good ham.
Yeah, I agree.
Honey baked, yes.
Yes.
If I wanted a honey baked ham and you did come up to me with some great value shit and I'd paid for it, well, he didn't pay for it, but if I'd paid for it, I would probably also throw it up against the wall
Yes.
and say, "Get out of here with your."
I mean, no amount of Dijon mustard or that like mustard with the brown little like balls in it is gonna like make that store value ham any better, dude. Like you need your honey baked.
You could go back to the '90s, get pre. You could go back to the '90s and get pre STD Carmen Electra, and try to get her to feed me some great value ham out of her pussy, and I would still rather have a honey baked ham.
Yes, me too.
So,
Oh, yes. Carmen Electra when she used to hang with Prince.
Carmen Electric like grew up 15 miles up the street from me, and I'd still want my honey baked ham because it's closer.
sorry. But no, I wanted to talk about the honey baked ham thing because I just thought that was funny. But the other thing, the big thing that he talked about, and then, like I said, we are going into overtime tonight, apparently, because we haven't even got to the fucking song. Was that Tom said about both Motley Crue and Guns N' Roses that this tour is, in all likelihood, based on the people that have talked to him, and and somebody's got inside information. It's going to be Tom. There's probably going to be the last tour, according to
For
Tom.
for which bands?
Both,
But
Really?
whoa.
according
I
to
doubt it.
Tom. With
I
Motley
don't know about
Crue,
that.
Nikki and them want to stay home more and be
That
with
I
their
get.
kids and shit more. And with Guns N' Roses, Axl is also talking that this may be the last tour, according to Tom. And I'm not telling tales out of school. This was all stuff he talked about on his live. So, what do you guys think?
Mm, I'll see it when I believe it.
I could see them like stop touring, but not like just all right stop playing in general.
Hmm.
I don't think they can get away with this tour without a album. I don't think
Yeah.
all these tours without an album. I think
Yeah.
Motley Crue can go. I think they may, but I don't think Guns is going anywhere. I mean, God forbid Axel's like, all right, Guns is going, but Slash and Duff aren't. But I don't think Axel's at the end of his rope yet.
But if it is in fact the last tour, how in character of GNR of them to not tell us anything?
Eh,
True.
lazy
Yeah.
management hasn't surprised me yet, so
I mean, they can't promote, so
If
This
this
will,
were the
yeah.
last tour and you knew for a fact that this were the last tour, would you go?
I'd have to see like the first night's set list, and if it hasn't changed now.
Yeah.
um,
Honestly, fuck it, I would.
sure.
I would definitely go. Like I'm on the fence right now about St. Louis. I know tickets are already on sale and I'm kind of waiting to the last minute to buy them. But if I knew for a fact that this were the last tour, I would go too.
Yeah, but how much credibility do you have? Ozzy said that first time in 94, 92, 91.
Well, they're not announcing anything
I know,
publicly.
but
I mean,
even if they did, how much credibility would you put into it?
I would go so I could have that farewell tour T-shirt.
That
Get
too.
it on, eBay the next day. I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't
for
know.
like
Yeah.
$800. Yeah, or I can pay $40
I don't
for it
know,
at the.
man. Rock and roll's like wrestling. You never really retire. The only time you retire is when you're just dead. And that's it, you know.
Yeah, I'm
Well,
not
ask Ric
buying.
Flair.
I'm not buying John Cena's like.
His I kind of do. But
That's the
that's,
one
you
I'm
know,
buying. Yeah, I'm buying
yeah.
that one. But anyway, Tom talked about that, and I thought it was interesting to bring up that this could potentially be the final GNR tour. According to Tom, he thinks this is it. And I mean, I guess we'll see. I mean, he doesn't probably know any better than, well, he knows a little better than we
We
do,
do.
but not by a lot. Because, I mean, a lot of these guys, who the fuck's talking about this kind of stuff, you know?
Mhm.
But anyway, big shout out to Tom. Thank you for having me on. Thank you for letting me ask you a few questions and co-host with you. Um, I hope to do it again. So if you're watching the Tuesday show, he'll be on. I think tonight he does them Tuesday nights. So he'll be on TikTok live tonight. If you're watching this, if you're watching this at night, then he's not on. You want to finish this episode, but don't turn off this. Don't turn this off. So.
Oh man, we gotta review our song today. We're reviewing some more technically unreleased stuff, McKagan's from that Beautiful Disease album that never saw the light of day. Even though Duff still has he bought it back now. Just waiting for it to happen.
This is
Yep.
the Capital Atlantic.
This was when Polygram, I believe, merged with A&M,
We go through
Polygram,
this every time,
and
and I
it
can't
merged with
remember.
Interscope, my friend. Yeah,
It was
so
Geffen with
Geffen,
Interscope.
yeah, so Polygram merged, I believe, with Interscope. Hang on, no, no, no. We're gonna double check this. Hang on.
Well,
Sorry, it was
long.
between Polygram and Universal, and Geffen was part of Universal at that time.
Yeah. Well, anyway, let's listen. Listen to the song. Heaven, let your light shine down.
Yeah,
That's
I
what I
believe
heard.
I believe Izzy Stradlin's on this one too.
Oh,
Oh,
is he?
okay.
So it's a Duff and Izzy collab on this one.
Who sung Heaven, Let Your Light Shine Down?
Collective Soul.
Oh, okay. I wonder if any of them are involved with this.
They just borrowed their pedals.
They just use their instruments for this track. Hey guys, you mind if we jump on real quick and just record
Got a
Yeah,
one song?
burning desire to lay
bonus
down some wax.
free studio time. There you go. Steal it from someone else.
Yeah, no need to unplug anything. Just leave it all
I'm gonna
plugged in.
borrow
We'll
it while
just.
you take a smoke break.
It's free.
Hurry, Duff. That,
Do what?
that it is that that's definitely Izzy, man. That pick.
Yeah. He's on rhythm
Bag.
guitar on this song. I think he also has a writing credit too on
Wait, is
this.
he singing on this?
I
No, he's just
think.
doing rhythm guitar.
I don't know. Bailey's onto something. I think. I don't know.
It could be.
That sounded
Who knows?
like him.
Let's listen to some more.
Wait, who is he?
Exactly.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, let's listen.
That's Duff.
Yeah, that's Duff.
This sounds like Suzanne.
Not
But
that bad.
It
It's
also
for Susan.
kind of does sound like Izzy in a way. Like it sounds like Duff trying to sing like Izzy.
Let's try to save his time signature.
Yeah.
Sands of the desert, sands beneath your feet.
Whoa, heaven let your light shine down.
Still on that.
Oh, you could put that in right there and it would fit perfectly.
Maybe, yeah. But I'm definitely
Well-
getting a West Coast vibe of this song, and that song definitely gives me an East Coast vibe.
Well, it's kind of like how last week's episode sounded a lot like you got to keep them separated.
Yeah.
So Duff's just ripping off all these other songs and
90s rock songs.
Guys, I got ideas.
I got all my ideas from the radio on the way over actually.
Nikki
It was
Six.
about a 30-minute drive, and I swear I heard about 5 songs. We'll just change it up a little bit so they don't know we cheated off their homework.
Maybe because this album came out in what, 98? So I think he was a dad at this point. So maybe he's driving his kid around the car and just like, there it is.
Oh, there's the sound I'm
There's
looking
that.
for.
Hey, Marvin.
Literally.
Hey, Chuck. It's your cousin Marvin.
Oh, Marvin Astley.
You hear that sound?
That sound you've been looking for? Well, listen to this.
Oh man. All right, anyway, I'm gonna hit play.
They wanna put you back down. They wanna put you back down now. They wanna put you back down. They're not gonna let you do. Time turns to hours. Days into weeks.
I'd rethink that nose ring, but it looks like you got a black head.
Oh, in the picture there.
Yeah.
Maybe that hole was created by something else. and
That
they,
was
just
bloated.
put it in.
Bullet wound.
Literally. I remember when
Stars seem to guide him.
I have seen this exact picture of Mason Frost.
Dude, that's his roto sound. That's his roto sound shot. That was taken in right out around after and in between the Japan shows.
Hmm.
The ones that were filmed. That's a roto. That's for his roto sound. RL.
Like the rotoscope cameras, kind of.
No, but it's roto sounds. His strings. 66 LD roto sounds. That's his string choice.
That's interesting.
And that was for the ad for the roto sounds and like guitar magazines and stuff.
Well, that's why you guys are valuable to this show, because I sure did not know that.
Yeah, that's a photo from the Illusions. That's from way back in the day. Yeah, I remember that ad because I too went to Roto Sound 66 LDs after that, and I realized it wasn't the strings; it was the effects.
So there's a photo of Jeff in this exact pose floating around out there somewhere.
Yeah.
Get on it, internet. Send it
Instead of
to
the GNR level, it's like one of those fluffy like BMW like floor mats.
If you find that photo, everybody, please send it to Bailey so he can come on next week and tell us about it. Don't send it to me. I don't actually want to see it.
Into the east. They wanna put you back down now.
It sounds like Red Hot Chili Peppers.
I was gonna say,
Funky.
give it away now.
Yeah.
Sounds like a lot of things.
He put on the 90s alt rock station on his car and he's like, "Yep, this is what this album is going to be."
Yeah.
I mean, that is kind of what was floating around that time when this was released, anyways, was that Seattle. I mean, let's think about it, man. He and Hendrix, you know, some other Seattle pioneers, they were kind of like the pioneers, like I said, like kicking down doors. I mean, would we know as much about Seattle if Duff didn't bring that punk rock influence down to LA just before it? I mean, what band would Duff be if he never made that trip? Could he have been in Soundgarden?
Probably would have still been in one of those other punk bands. Would have been probably in the Fastbacks.
Yeah. But do
Still,
you think if he stayed in Seattle, that should be a good thing? Like, name the top 3 bands you think Duff would be in if he stayed in Seattle.
That's
That's
interesting.
it. It's an interesting
Rock on the
topic.
rock drive.
He could have been in Soundgarden.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, or hell, even I don't know.
Chains.
Alice in Chains, yeah.
I mean, even well, I think instead of him staying in Seattle, when I know when they were in LA, their Guns were pals with like the guys from Jane's Addiction. So maybe him being an actual permanent member of Jane's Addiction would
I
have been
just don't
interesting.
get Jane's Addiction, man.
I love them. I think they're fucking amazing.
They have some good stuff.
I think Stephen Perkins is an amazing drummer.
I think
Every musician loves Jane's Addiction, and people tell me about it all the time, and I just don't get it. Like,
Have you listened to Ritual de Habitula or Nothing Shocking?
I don't know. I've listened to Jane's Addiction. I've listened to a handful of songs. Couldn't tell you what songs to listen to. 'Cause
Jane says.
I didn't care for
That's like that one
Mountain
song, like
Song.
Sweet Child. You can just wipe off the repertoire and they still have a good like catalog.
maybe I'm listening to the wrong songs. I don't know. I just don't get it. I
Fair
want
enough.
to. Don't get me wrong. I want to. I just do not. Anyway, let's get back to the song.
They wanna put you back down. They wanna put you back down now, baby. They're not gonna let you do. Well, they wanna put you back down now, baby. They wanna get rid of you. They wanna put you back down now, baby. They're not gonna let you do. Did you leave anyone? Your mother must be missing the sun. Is anybody waiting?
At least the refrain's original.
What?
Said at least the refrain's original.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yep.
Or is there something new? Live without money. Live without home. Die without water. Slowly lost our own.
You guys want a beer? You guys want a beer? I'm gonna get a beer.
He just leaves it on the. Walks away. You hear like
It's not
a
even
beer
that. Like if
crack.
we were, that would be me at a show right now if we were listening to this. Like, you want a beer? I'm gonna get a beer. You want a beer? I'm gonna get a beer. You want a beer?
Yeah, I can understand. It's okay.
I mean, we haven't reviewed it yet. I mean, I've heard worse.
I'm
Right.
enjoying it.
It's all right.
I will say Duff live though. I've seen him twice, like solo. It is good. It's a good ticket to buy, and it's an affordable ticket compared to the other shows you can go to these days.
Fair enough.
Okay.
They wanna put you back down now, baby. They wanna put you back down. They wanna put you back down now, baby. They're not gonna let you do. Yeah, they wanna put you back down now, baby. They wanna get rid of you. They wanna put you back down now, baby. They're not gonna let you through. They wanna put you back down. They wanna put you back down now. They wanna put you back down. They wanna put you back.
Makes me want to pick up my skateboard and thrash, man.
Yeah, that was an interesting tempo change. I
Yeah, right.
guess it's good for a
There's
tempo
been
set of a key
several. There've
change.
been several during this song. Trust me.
Yeah, this
This is
song's kind of
true.
all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
weirdly,
kind of
even
is.
hearing that guitar when he goes, "They want to put you back down." You hear like I think like the scratch pick in there. I'm like, I think he also listened to Rage Against the Machine at this time, and it was like, I don't know how to do the flicky weeboo wooboo shit, whatever that Tom Morello does. But he's like, I can make it sound like it, by just doing
Dude,
a
Duff,
pick
pick one
scratch.
band to copy, not but like 10 of
I'm
them.
gonna copy all
I've heard
fuck
a slide
yeah.
No, no,
guitar.
no, no, no.
I've
You
heard
got it
slide
all wrong.
guitar with a
You,
slide in there. I've heard solos. I've heard the wah
you got
pedal. I've
it.
heard every fucking effect I think you can go through on this thing.
You got it all wrong, Bailey. You can't steal from one. If you steal from one person, it's plagiarism. If you steal from a lot of people, it's research.
It's inspiration.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, Chris got me with the weeboo weeboo shit. And
I don't know. See, he does like his kill switch, like Tom Morello does fucking guitar stuff. Just like the kill switch, you like do like that shit. The whoppy whoppy, I'm like, bro, what?
Beep whoop.
it looks
No,
like
but
your
it's
it looks
cool
like
what
your
he's
shirt.
doing.
Sometimes it looks like your shirt says Dunk 100. Don't move, don't move. Wait, sit back forward, sit back forward. Go back forward. Now I'm gonna
There you
spotlight
go.
Caputo.
Dunk
Yeah.
182.
Now just sit up slightly, Chris. I'm gonna spotlight Chris real quick. Now just sit up slightly, a little bit, so they can kind of see what I'm talking about. Sit forward, go forward. There
Well,
you go.
yes,
See what I
yeah.
mean? It look like
Because you get the
sometimes,
B cuts off to a D.
yeah. Sometimes it looks like it says Dunk 100, and it took me a minute. Like when we were talking to Rick, I was like,
Is that the
I
new
was
Michael Jordan wear?
well, I was seeing drunk, and then like Chris sits back for a split second, like, oh, Blink
So then you
182.
see the actual logo, and you're like, that's Blink.
Oh yeah, no, it's a cool ass shirt. I'm just saying it's funny
Which
because
one
I
of you
can.
went to a Blink show and didn't know they lost a member and was like, fuck this and left?
No, I didn't leave. I didn't leave.
I still stayed, dude.
I did not leave. That is fake news. That's some of the shit that's going to be in that book that we were talking about. That's not what happened.
I was 10 feet from Mark Hoppus at one point. It was crazy.
I enjoyed the show. I had a great time, but they got on stage and they're playing, and I looked over at my friend that was with me and said, "Who's this fucking jackass?" And
Matt Skiba.
yeah,
What the
so
fuck
I'm
is
then,
an
seeing the
alkaline
next
trio?
one.
so I didn't see Blink 182. I saw Blink 182 thirds. That's what I said.
Blink 18.
Blink 18. Almost there.
Blink,
Let's
but without
we-
the aliens.
Yeah,
He's back though.
you got to have Tom. You got to have Tom, Mark, and Travis, man. I'll go to my grave that GNR can be GNR with other people in it, but man, not Blink though. Not Blink.
See that's an interesting topic for you because you see pretty much any band, even if they're missing several members.
Yeah,
He's
So
still a fan of Menudo.
I don't know who that is.
Bro,
He's still showing up to their shows at every barbecue they show up to.
Yeah, I saw Skid Row at my
He got
friend's
pissed
bar
Ricky
mitzvah.
was gone. You should have saw the fit he threw then.
Yeah, and I saw Lita Ford at a friend of mine's baby shower. That was pretty cool.
She played Close My Eyes.
Kiss
Yeah.
me deadly.
Got to see Y&T at Rick's kid's birthday party one
Did
year.
I ever
That
tell
was-
you guys the time that I bartended for Night Ranger?
Oh no! Oh, but I did see Night Ranger too. That's another one of Rick's kids' birthday parties they played. They
Oh,
came
yeah.
on
Rick's got a
right.
lot of kids.
Yeah, they
Yes.
opened. They opened for the Party Clown.
No,
You know.
the bartending for Night Ranger is a true story.
Oh shit.
I love the thought of Night Ranger comes on. Are you ready to rock, boys and girls? And then like the follow up to that is the clown making the balloons, and
Well, I assure you, it's a track.
Y&T opened for a puppet show.
Dude, when I met Night Ranger, they were like, everything's tracked by our drums. And of course, there's like a 19-year-old kid playing them.
Naturally.
Meanwhile, they're all out front like, hello, Cleveland.
You're motoring.
Let's wrap this up because we only got like 20 seconds of song left. Put You Back, Duff McKagan from Beautiful Disease, WNBC.
WNBC.
So there you go. It's now in the rear view mirror, and we are going to give our final thoughts. I don't remember everybody's colors, so I
I
remember
remember
I
I was
was
yellow, so
Chris is yellow,
I'm
I'm
purple.
white, Bailey's purple, and Jeff is green, right?
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna roll our D20s here to see what order we're going in here. It's gonna be Jeff, Bailey, me, and then Chris Caputo. So
oh,
Jeff, what'd you think?
I think you got Izzy, you got Duff. That's an awesome combo. Wish that would come back. Won't see it happen anytime soon, however, unfortunately. This was, like Bailey said, it was a little all over the place. It was a dumpster fire. But it wasn't terrible. I'm gonna give it a 2.5 because of the personnel that was in there and the effort they gave. And of course doing a better job than I could ever.
All right, Bailey, what'd you think?
Like Jeff said, I mean this song was very all over the place. I've heard worse. I definitely do not think this song was as good as last week's song because I actually really dig that, but it was okay. I probably won't listen to it again, but like, and it's also funny, like it just sounds like five to 10 different 90s rock songs. But I will, yeah, it's not great, but it's not harmless either. I'll give it like a two.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go higher than that. I'm gonna give it a 3 because I did enjoy it for all the reasons that you guys were kind of criticizing. I liked that it was all over the place. I mean, that's a GNR thing. Welcome to the Jungle's all over the place, and
Well,
it's
trust
still
me,
good.
I'm trying to learn it right now. Guitar's fucking all over the place.
Oh yeah, and it shouldn't work, but it does. And I don't know. I thought it worked. I enjoyed it. I mean, it did feel like a tribute to a lot of other different songs, but at the end of the day, I mean, it came together, and I thought it came together well. I'm giving it a 3. Chris, what you think?
yeah. Sorry, I forgot I left myself on mute there.
There
It's
you go,
pretty.
buddy.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm all over the place, just like this song, but in a good way.
There
Ha ha
you
ha
go.
ha. See, it's a pretty solid Duff McKagan tune. Another one I would have liked to see it be released. You know, it kind of sucks when music gets shelved for reasons beyond the artist's control. This one's not too bad. I mean, you could definitely tell Izzy was definitely on this track. I feel like it was a sort of a meeting in between of like what Izzy would kind of write in his own solo stuff and what Duff would kind of do in his own solo stuff at this time as well. So it's a pretty decent, I'd say, meeting of both of them. I wouldn't necessarily say it's a 3, but I'll go just a little bit under it, 2.75. It's pretty decent. It's something I would probably listen to here and there once again. But I think as an initial first time listen, like we all are listening to the first time, I think a 2.75 is pretty fine.
Well, there you go. But the main question, of course, is what did you think? Let us know in the comments section below. What did you think about Put You Back by Duff McKagan? And let us know, of course, what you thought about all the other stuff we talked about this week. If you read the book, give us your thoughts on it. And if I was a little too harsh, now that I've calmed down a little bit, then by all means, let me know in the comments whatever you want to talk about, let us know. And of course, you can always go over to Discord and continue any conversation that we have on the show with us, or don't just talk about random bullshit like you guys are gonna do anyway.
Yep.
Our Discord gets a little unhinged sometimes, but
Settle down.
yeah, I want to tell you. We're going to be back on Thursday with an all new Guns and Radio episode. And you guys want to spin the wheel and find out what song we're listening to on Thursday?
I
Oh
dig it.
yeah. Somebody tap that screen. Let's do
Do
it.
it, Bailey. Like,
Yeah, you got to say something, Bailey, so the camera can
Yeah,
see
I'm
you
gonna
tapping
do
the screen.
it. I'm gonna do it. And now. No, come on.
Oh, there it
Hey.
goes. Let's see what we
no
got.
whammies.
It's another Duff song.
Let It Roll, Velvet Revolver.
Yes!
VR. Hi.
Yeah, it's been a
I-
while.
Fucking
It has
love
been
that tune.
forever.
Do you know that tune in the that's on the second album, correct?
This is the opening track of the second album. Yeah.
A little bit
That
vibe.
song was rehearsed during the Velvet Revolver Search for Scott video. If you go back and watch that video, they are rehearsing that song before Scott ever enters the picture.
Oh, that's an interesting tidbit. And I like that energy. Let's keep that up in the next show because we're going to have plenty of chances to talk VR, the album, anything you guys want to talk about Thursday. But for now, we're going to have to bring it home and we're going to have to send everybody off because we are way over tonight. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. I don't know what fucking podcasting platforms we're on since Spotify keeps fucking us and we quit posting there. But we want to thank you guys for being here. And thank you to Jeff. Thank you to Bailey. Thank you to Rick. Until next time, I'm Dustin Bonez.
I'm Chris Caputo. We're going to see you guys Thursday. More guns and radio goodness. Peace.
Yeah.